That's the way it
It's
used
not
to
the
be. This is the way it was
same.
before it became the way it is. Now, it might be the way it was again, the way it was before it became what it was to be.
It's
What
always
it
been
is.
good.
And then it'll be,
It's pretty deep.
they'll do this again, then they can be different again. Each one's gonna be the best
Are
one.
we sitting next to one another?
I don't know, are we?
I don't know. Is she there here? That
I
will
think you should
change.
go wherever,
I
just
don't
follow
know.
your
Speak
name,
for myself.
just make sure you're comfortable.
Well, I haven't done this in so long. I don't even know what to do. Even how to do it. Just do it, right?
We just do it.
You want me to ding a bell?
You can ding.
You can ring my bell. Ring my bell, ring my bell.
You let me know, I'm dingable over here. I'm available for dinging.
Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Happy New Year. Yay. 2024. It seemed like we were just celebrating 2023, didn't it? It was just like the year went by quick. 2024. It's a good year.
Hope so.
Well, it's a good one.
Best year ever.
Best year ever. One's been the best year ever since I was born. Gets better every year. Thanks. So, Guru Mai gave us a a sweet surprise for the year. She gives a New Year's message every year. So, and they've all been really good. But she thinks that this is the best one she's ever come up with. So I like that. If she thinks it's the best one, I mean, who am I to say? And I like, I don't know, like they're all just so good. But this one is stand tall in your dignity, stand tall in your dignity, be open to grace, and remain connected to your divinity. I just love that. Stand tall in your dignity, be open to grace, and remain connected to your divinity. And even like just the first words of it, like stand tall, be open, and remain connected. Like that's enough, right? Just stand tall, remain open, and remain connected. Be open and remain connected. It's just nice. And she talked a little bit about like preparing yourselves. There was a lot of stuff she talked about, but and I was thinking about this actually yesterday because I had some stuff to do, and I was like, I got to think about this a little bit before I do it, because if I go running into a cold, like you don't know what's going to come out of your mouth, And then she was like, she was talking about a guy she met. I swear she was talking about me, but I don't know, right, Kyle? They always think they're talking about us, right? And she goes, she met this guy years ago in the ashram, and every time he saw her, he would be very positive. And she loved talking to him because no matter what happened in the middle, he would start and end on positivity. And I'm like, ooh, I like that, And I'm like, I try to do that, but sometimes I fail. And sometimes I joke around. Like I walked in tonight and I was joking around with Kyle about white people, how I don't like white people. And it's kind of like a joke, it's like a running joke with me, because I find it hard to find people to work with, because I find, sometimes, there's an entitlement issue. And, but it's kind of funny over time. I'm sure, anybody that runs a business runs into that. And there's this certain humility that comes with having nothing. And then when she talked about gratitude sometimes you have to have absolutely nothing to find gratitude. Because after a while you can become very, you have everything and it just becomes blasé after a while. It's like, yeah, I have 3 cars and I have a house and I have running water and all stuff. And if you get this taken away from you, this gratitude kicks in. So anyway, she was talking about if you start everything with this happy, joyous thing, and then you get to whatever you got to get to in the middle, and you end it on a positive note, your life becomes very, very positive. And I noticed that the people that I get along with the most, that's what we do. We'll say something positive. We'll be like, what a beautiful day. You look really good today. What's going on in your life? And they're like, oh, thanks for saying that. I appreciate it. We have this, it's like a conversation that happens between us that it starts complimentary. And then we'll be like, well, I'm having a hard time on my job, or, I have some financial stuff going on, and, but I'm, working more, or whatever it is in the middle. And then at the end, the solution's in the middle, right? Like this whole solution that happens. And then at the end, it's like, wow, we figured out a solution. let's be steadfast with it and do that. Let's be, let's have a little conviction to follow through. And a lot of times it works out. And she was talking about like the power of prayer. She says you can call it prayer, you can call it suggestive thinking, you can call it whatever you want to call it, right? But it works. And then I find that, so I did this little practice years ago. Because years ago, Guru Mike gave a similar talk about how positivity will change your life and your life will become positive. So I said, I'm going to do it. I'm only going to say positive things. So best of my ability, I said only positive things. And my life became outstanding. And then I thought to myself, I was doing the Lakshmi Puja all the time. Like I was doing all these little things like to make my life better, all these little prayers, all these little things. And I was into it for a while. My life was fantastic. And I thought, I wonder if it's real. So this is the ego, right? My ego's like, I wonder if it's real or you're just having a run of good luck right now. So I, as dumb as I am sometimes, decided in my ego-ness to just be a little negative. And within a week, I was miserable. It happened so fast. Like the misery came so fast. Like all of a sudden I was surrounded by people that were just, like the second the first miserable thing came out of my mouth, people just showed up. You think you got it bad, and you think you got it bad, you think you got it bad. And instead of like, look how blessed we are, we're so blessed, it went to, you think you got it bad, check my life out. And I'm like, and it took a while, it took longer. It took longer. It only took a week to become negative. 1 week. 1 week. I felt it severely in 1 week. That's how fast it happened. And it took me maybe 6 months to get back to positivity.
Wow.
Right? That's how powerful negative thoughts are. And that's how powerful negativity is. That once it gets its claws in you, like you really gotta struggle to get out of it. And the only way out of it is to be positive. Let's just be positive. So sometimes even if I joke around a little negative, I make a little joke, I feel it. Like I'm done and I'm like, oh my God, I need to chant the mantra for 10 minutes just for joking around, So that little thing about starting positive, talking about what's going on in your life in a solution-based manner, not a victim manner, not in a matter of, something bad's going to happen. It doesn't do any good to think something. I think we should all be prepared for the worst. Why not have water in the cupboard, right? You never know when the power is going to go out. But if you have 8,000 bottles of water down in your basement because you think the power is going to go out, and then your stuff starts going, your canned food starts going bad because you're nervous all the time, you're not really getting anywhere. So anyway, I thought about that, and I thought like this year, like my resolution for this year, because I can see points in my life where I could be more positive. I can always see how you can be better, right? You can always see how you can be better. But I have to be careful not to talk ill of myself just because I can do better. Because we have a habit of that. We have a habit of saying, oh, I messed up. And you don't even know better. It's like slipping on the ice with your car. And you hit the curb and you get a flat tire, right? Now, did you know the ice was there? No. But then you berate yourself for getting a flat tire because you're so stupid because you hit the ice, right? Like that's the stuff that needs to stop if you want to have a positive life. That's the stuff, those little things like, you spill a little water on the floor and then you talk bad about yourself, like all these little things. And she talked about how it's an inside job. Like the outside is not going to change your inside. There's a saying in another fellowship I'm in, is right action leads to right thought. Not right thought leads to right actions. Right action leads to right thought. And it's true because the second we change what we're doing, then we get to think correctly. So anyway, I don't want to talk too much, but I love this. Stand tall in your dignity. Like what does that mean to you? Like if you take a minute and you think about that, to be dignified, to be there for people and not look down on anybody and have humility while you do it and be dignified while you do it I think sometimes like, oh, do I need to put a nice shirt on or something? You know, because I have a little obscure view of what dignity is. But I think dignity is, you know, rightly seeing yourself and how you apply yourself to the world. And if you're dignified, you can have absolutely nothing, but you can still be graceful in everything you do. So stand tall in your dignity. Be open to grace. And grace, like, you think of grace, like what is grace? Grace is one of them very obscure things that we don't know, but God's grace is the energy. God's grace is the energy that's bestowed in all of us to be able to do the actions that we do. It's the energy that's bestowed in the universe, or the planets to whirl around the sun, and the sun to be in the galaxy, and the galaxy to be in the cosmos, right? So grace is what brings the spring. Grace is what brings the fall. Grace is what brings the rain. Grace is what gives us puppies and kittens and dogs and squirrels and birds. And like, it's grace that manifests everything. So when you start to think about grace, it's like, well, how do I have grace? How do I exemplify grace? All you have to do is be on this earth and put a smile on your face, because God has given you all the grace you possibly could ever want. Like, you don't have to manifest grace. It's already in you. God dwells in you as you. So once you, it's almost like a backwards thing. If you have grace, you have dignity, because you know that God's in charge. So you don't have to fuss and fight and do all this stuff that we do. All you have to do is show up every day and do the right thing. Right, Russell? The right thing is doing the right thing is having dignity. What do you say?
Absolutely.
Beautiful, right? And then remain connected to your divinity. Like, how do we remain connected to our divinity? It's like, I think of the mantra all the time. I think of, oh, God dwells in me, as me. And whenever I lose the connection, oh man, it hurts so bad. It's like so painful. But when I'm in the connection, the longing for God is even more painful. Like the longing that I have to be one with everything. Sometimes, during her talk today, I probably cried 20 times. Like every word she said, man, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. Like the longing to be with someone, or the longing to be at the ashram, it's like so overwhelming for me at times that it's tremendously emotional. It's just tremendously emotional. So just to have that moment of connection is just so beautiful. And whenever that happens, whenever we come here and chant, I get connected to the whole thing. So this year's message is very, very powerful. You know, stand tall, be open, stay connected. So in the chant that they chanted, it's one of my favorites, is Narayana. So
We're gonna shoot for that tonight.
we're gonna chant Narayana. And it's just funny, like, the last couple of weeks, I think God is like, Tim, you need to gain a little bit more humility in your life. And all these little things are happening, like I'm tripping over stuff and I'm forgetting stuff and I'm burning stuff in the fire I should have burnt, you know, and checks and stuff and things and stuff. But it's all working out because it's forcing me to let go of my ego. And every time I have to do something, it's like, oh, you're so involved in your ego right now. Like I feel like a 2-year-old and I gotta go to the principal, you know, or a 5-year-old. When did the principal's office really start being a problem? What was that, like 6th grade? What about for you, John? What was the principal's office like really?
Never had a problem with the principal.
Yeah, right. I love it when that happens. Anyway, let's see if I can get the drum track to actually play. I love the fact that it just started without us. I haven't done drum tracks in so long, I can't even remember.
She was playing them, right?
What's up? What happened?
We were listening to the talk this morning.
Oh,
And the chant Narayana.
the chant was Narayana.
And that's what Courtney wanted to hear tonight. So
It might take a minute to get the chant together, the drum track together, but just bear with me. I haven't played it. I haven't done this. I was gonna come early and get it together, but I baked cookies instead.
Oh,
So
darn.
have forgiveness, I made chai and cookies. Blame it on the chai. Yeah. I'm gonna get it together and it's gonna be good. It's a little more tremble, wouldn't you say? Does that sound good? All right, that's it. That's all I got.
There's like a whole band going on.
Silly, right? You still love me, right?
I know, I had to stop because I.
Did you find that?
Going super fast, right? And it was two different things.
I knew
I
that.
was like, okay, I'm out.
was good. That was really good. So we're gonna meditate just for a few minutes. But before before we do that, let's everybody take a comfortable posture. We're gonna form an intention for the new year. If you haven't already, if you have one already, you already got it. And then we can just rethink about that. And if you haven't, then we can do that. So, let's get grounded in our posture. Take a deep breath in and elongate your spine. It's good to sit up nice and straight in the beginning for the contemplation, because the Shakti gets to go up and down your spinal column. And when we form an intention, sometimes it's good to form it in a proper position, because it gives it more clarity, I think. If we form an intention in a lazy posture, sometimes fulfilling the intention can be as lazy as the posture. You know what I mean, Vinny?
I do.
You do, right? Yeah. Even though often I lay on my couch and think of the great things that I could do. So anyway, nice straight spine. Take a deep breath in and roll your shoulders back. Open your chest up and pull your shoulder blades together. Let your head just kind of fall back a little bit. And exhale. Deep breath in, roll your shoulders back. Shoulders blades together. Let your head lean back a little bit. Look up to the sky. And then exhale, let your head come forward. Let your head kind of loosely roll around your shoulders. Deep breath in. Roll your shoulders back. Open that chest up. And then exhale. Let your shoulders become very soft but still attentive. Imagine there's a string coming from the base of your spine through the top of your head. It's holding your head up. Your head's kind of bobbing on your shoulders freely. No weight on it. Eyes soft, ears soft, face soft, mouth soft. Even open a little if you like. No clenching of the jaw, nice and loose. Just imagine this wave of looseness, but still strong, working its way down through your jaw, into your neck, to your shoulders. Almost like water pouring on you, warm water going down your back, all the way down to your sitting bones. Feel the earth caress you and hold her in her hand. Legs soft. Wiggle your toes. Move your ankles around a little bit. Let's take a breath in and let out a om. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. The healing power of vibration. Very important. Stand tall in your dignity. Be open to grace. Remain connected to your divinity. Stand tall in your dignity. Be open to grace and remain connected to your divinity. Just meditate on that for a little while and form your New Year's resolution. breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in and raise your arms and stretch. And exhale. Deep breath in and stretch. And exhale. One more big one. Deep breath in. And hold it. And Om Namah Shivaya. That was nice. Two things came up in my meditation. One was, if you feel hurt, be kinder. I was like, okay. Because you know when you feel hurt, sometimes you get a little snippy, maybe a little. And I could see like me doing it. Like it gave me a couple examples which were nice. So, you know, if your feelings are hurt or if you can't take the love in, just be really kind during it. And the other one is, Guru Mai said a long time ago to me, she said, when you give, she said, the whole trick of this is to give, right? Is to do save, is to give to God. And then you give and you give and you give and you give. And when you don't think you can give any more, I want you to give more. And then when you get to the point where you feel like you just can't give any more, like you're just done, give more. And that came up, I could hear her saying it. And I'm like, 'cause sometimes I feel like I give. And like, sometimes the ego's like, what are you getting? I always get so much from giving, but my ego sometimes is like, you're just gonna give everything away? And I'm like, well, yeah, just give it all. Rumi says, give it all away for freedom. Like the end result is freedom. Attachment is the lack of freedom. Giving it all away, giving your love away, giving everything away is the freedom. And I'm like, oh, it's so, the paradox. This can be so painful. I love it. So we have chai and cookies. And I say we make a little circle, because we did actually stop early tonight. And we're not going to make a habit out of chai and cookies. This might be it for a little while, because we don't want to mess the place up. But we have healthy cookies. We have chai. Nobody told you they love you. I love you very much. I hope your 2024 is like, I hope that we allow, this is an intention, I hope that we allow ourselves to really experience the beauty of 2024 without putting too much of our humanness in the way and causing conflicts that don't need to be made, that we just experience as much love as we possibly can without bringing out the hurt. Sadhanath Maharaj. Best one ever.
It was really good.
It was?
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah. Glad we went.
Is that fun?
Yeah, it's really good.